The person of Asiwaju Bola Tinubu withdrew his support for the incumbent governor of Lagos State, Akinwumi Ambode. And a lot of people have been questioning why someone who holds so much power within that party would not support a sitting governor. But this is Bola Tinubu himself stating why he withdrew his support.
Did I support 2014?
The governor, Ambode.
Life is dynamic. If the party who made me the leader of the structure in Lagos says what they want, it's only if you have followership that you are a leader in democracy. If I look back, I don't find them again. If I don't respond to them, if I fail to accede to their request, I will have failed the leadership test. This is not personal. It is beyond me as a person. To every democratic constitution, you have we the people. It's preceded by we the people. That I have to submit myself to the wishes and the yearnings of our party. No, even when you look at it the other side, from the other side, you'll find out this is an elixir for the general election. Ambode, Akin, is doing well. Yes. He has to be a good party man. Not only the glamour, not only about brick and mortar. A talent is determined by character. For you to become an influential person, you have to respond to the yearnings of those people. This is politics. Democracy, one man, one vote. It is yours today. Tomorrow, if they change, you have to abide by it. You don't bring the roof down. You don't bring the house down except the foundation is bad. And the exercise you have witnessed today is equally good for the general election of the party. You see how they trooped out for Buhari's endorsement to continue. Only 1.9 million voters. You don't see as this much crowd. If the summation of today is less than that, then I will be disappointed. I look at that in the larger picture. If this house that accommodates all of us, saying we are facing one way, we are supporting the president, we are supporting a change, or not, I have to abide by that. I have no choice.
We did the elections, we conducted it in all the 245 wards of the state. And I could see at Asiwaju's ward, who is the national leader of APC, was visible there. And you heard the result. Most of you have this on record. And I want to assure Lagosians that those results, by the grace of God, and according to the provisions of the Constitution, all the results were recorded by and signed by all the agents of the two aspirants. And INEC witnessed the election. Yes. So you will see this, and you, of course, some of you are witnesses there, and you have on record. So I want you to know, as the APC chairman in Lagos State, that those elections were free and fair and transparent, because you saw people who participated there.
Welcome back. If you're just joining us, you're watching The Buzz, and we're discussing Battle for Lagos, aftermath of the APC primary elections. All right, joining us also on the table this afternoon, he is the chairman for the Lagos State Chapter for Liberation Movement, Comrade Rahman Adebi. Good afternoon, sir. Thank you for joining us.
Thank you. It's good to be here.
All right, so we saw those clips there, starting from Jagaban himself, moving on to Tunde Balogo, who is the state chairman for APC, you know, talking about how credible and fair the whole thing went down, even though the National Working Committee, as of yesterday, dissociated itself from what happened at the primaries. And of course, the last clip there, those were Ambode supporters. Doing what they do best. Of course, we all know how politics is. So let's talk about this whole issue. You know, this is very interesting and very historic as well, because having a sitting governor, you know, beaten hands down, as we saw yesterday. What does this say for our democratic process?
I'll say, first and foremost, the Nigerian internal politics within party is being enshrined. Because one of the things about political party is that your internal diplomacy, internal democracy need to be strengthened. That's one of the principles that has been tested. And that's why people are saying, oh, let's go and
internal being intra-party.
internal to the party.
Okay.
Because what they're having today is how to elect who is going to carry the flag of the party during the primary, who's doing the primary elections. And that's what we are finding out today. And what the APC has done is that the government in power, they need to show to the people that yes, we are practicing democracy, both the larger one and internally. Of course, we all know what has transpired, that we begin to see even before yesterday's election and what transpired yesterday and the aftermath of what has happened, because the true story of a lot of things have come out in the open that the people are now aware of. So, but the truth of the matter is democracy is at work, and the fact that for you to strive as a political party, you must be seen to be transparent and you must act it. But if they have acted it, we don't know. But they've told the whole world, we've done our primaries, we use direct process to assess who our leader is going to be, and that it is as we speak today.
Okay, Justin.
Well, Asiwaju Bola Ahmed Tinubu said it all. The battle for the soul of Lagos was won yesterday, and I laugh when I hear people say Lagos, APC may lose Lagos come 2019, and like what my brother here said, internal democracy as regards to parties is being promoted here, and it is worthy of note that APC is the party that is making this comeback to pass. So yes, the battle was won and lost, but for us in the APC, we say it was not even a situation of a victor and a vanquished. It was a situation for the victory for democracy, the victory for internal party democracy, and maybe this should serve as a lesson to anybody occupying any position, because if the people reject you, it shows that there's a problem. And the people came out openly and rejected Ambode, Governor Ambode, and it showed in the votes. So yes, for me there is no aftermath. For me, it is victory for democracy. It is victory for the APC, especially
victory all the way.
Yes.
Okay. All right, Nee, do you agree?
Well, I agree to a large extent. My only disagreement with my only disagreement is that is a victory for the people anyway. But this one has to do with the party. the people outside the party did not reject Ambode. It's only the people within the party that have rejected Ambode. Do you understand what I mean?
do.
Like, everything that's going on outside, even Asiwaju Bola Ahmed Tinubu said it all that Ambode tried. He's a good governor. To a large extent, from the commendations that we've heard so far, before now, everybody have said Ambode have really tried. In fact, it's about the best governor in Nigeria. But when it comes to, just like Plato's philosopher king theory, that says when you want to become a king, you don't just have to, you don't need to have the leadership skill alone. You also need to have that strength to become the king. So if you want to rule a country, if you want to rule a state like Lagos State, it's good, you are brilliant, but you should also know how to also deal with the people to carry everybody along. So most of the party people, they are against Ambode because he didn't carry them along. That's just it. So the people did not reject Ambode.
Yeah, the people rejected who makes up a party?
No, what I mean is,
I understand what I mean is the general public.
The general public did not reject Ambode.
Who are the people going to vote in 2019?
What I mean is do you understand what I mean?
Something I found that is missing here is that I'm a party man, of course. We are the new guys on the block. We want to tell you that the way you're doing things and the way things ought to be done, you know, there's a gap.
That's
we have come to feel.
Of course.
But what we're saying that is that APC, if you see, you need to be seen to be transparent and act out.
Exactly.
What has been done is that people have only seen what you want them to see. What is internal that they need to see as a build up to what you want as a party need to be in the front of the masses, the agenda. Because before now, it used to be the press setting up agenda for the masses to follow what the politicians are doing. But it's now the politician setting the agenda. It should be the other way around.
Okay, can I ask a quick question here? Ambode has been said to have done well. Yes. You know, in the last 3.5
that was a diplomatic statement.
In the last 3.5 years, but as a party man, he failed.
He failed, yes.
Okay, I want to ask, becoming a party man, I get what they mean as far abiding by party rules and all of that, but then playing to the gallery, you understand what I mean?
Yeah.
Isn't that pushing corruption?
No.
Let
me answer you, Patience. When Asiwaju Tinubu said, as a party man, he failed, he was just trying to be diplomatic there. You understand? The truth of the matter is, many of us may not know exactly the intricacies of what happened that led to his total rejection by the APC in Lagos. But what we, even people on the outside, know is the fact that Ambode came with a bang, started very well, and lost it even before halftime. You understand? So we saw a governor that some of us were using as an example, because I recall in his first 3 or 4 months, people were mocking a certain governor in the southwest. Ambode was beefing up Lagos security-wise, buying armored cars, more personal carriers and stuff like that, and a certain governor somewhere was eating pomo everywhere. So it was because they saw Ambode was really doing something. Then something happened. There was a total disconnect. Then Lagos started going down, and I make bold to say that since 1999, Lagos had never had this kind of governor before. The whole Lagos is totally messed up. Messed up in the sense that you cannot, for some of us who are not, we are Lagosians, quite all right, but that the fact that we are not Yoruba doesn't make us non-Lagosians.
Less.
Yes. But we proudly could say, yes, this is our Lagos. But now, how can you say that? Everywhere bad roads, everywhere theft, everywhere messed up totally. And Ambode, I don't know his beauty, breaking up things, and what is he even doing?
I think let me add to it. I'll put on doorstep of the party.
Yes.
You are a party. The governor is your product. and there's a statement which says garbage in, garbage out, which means that it is what the manifesto of the party that is reflecting.
They say he derailed. He derailed.
If he derailed, why didn't the party
derailed.
fall into order?
And but the
means that
everything is. Let me
the
tell you,
accusation is that he doesn't even listen to anybody.
Yeah,
he doesn't listen to anybody.
Those are the general accusations.
Yeah, that's the accusation. So if you say they should call him to order, and somebody who doesn't take calls, how can you call such a person to order?
That's why we're saying that when you practice democracy, when you practice...
They waited till the right moment and did what they had to do.
Politics, the way it should be practiced.
They waited for the right moment.
You'll be getting as answer.
No, they waited. They waited for the right moment. I said, okay, fine.
There are meant to be check and balances.
Yes.
And in a smart government, check and balances will naturally throw out where the challenges have for the governor. And the governor cannot be greater than the party.
The government at the point
check and balances,
it was bigger than everybody.
You know, Utopia, when you say certain things, there's no society in the whole world, even in America, that everything is perfect politically.
No, correct.
In Nigeria, in Lagos politics is different from every other politics in Nigeria, to tell you the fact. In Lagos, there's nothing like checks and balances. I'm sorry to say that, because to a large extent, there's nothing like checks and balances, because the commander in Lagos, the kind of politics we have in Lagos, there's a commander, and there's loyalty beyond money.
There's a godfather.
No, don't let us
say godfather. There is no politics without godfather.
See, don't let us say godfather. Don't let us use the word godfather. In Lagos, it's not godfather per se. There is somebody who is like the commander of the political forces.
But I see what you said is that as a leader, if I do not have people behind me, then what makes me a leader?
See, he's a leader and also the commander of the...
Whatever you want to call him, but he's a leader.
Look at all the people that have fought against this man. They've all gone down. Most of the people that will leave the party to go to another party, where are they today? Some of them are now coming back. I'm just trying to tell you.
There is something special about the man.
See, let me tell you, what is special about the man is, when Jonathan was campaigning, Jonathan poured a lot of money into the street, but there was no loyalty. In Lagos, the kind of party system we have in Lagos, there's loyalty. If you go to a state like, there are some states now, if you go like Ogun State here, there's Ijebu, there's Awori, there's Shagamu, you know, those different people. All of them have their own commanders. In Lagos, there's only one, and all of them are loyal to him.
Well, that is why Lagos is...
So that's why Lagos is strong. So when there's any issue, when there's issue in Lagos, it's easy for them to say, okay, we accept this person or we reject this person. Ambode himself was brought in and they accepted him and he became the governor of Lagos State.
Let me break it down for you. With the word choice commander, a party, as a party man, you must be loyal first to the ideology of the party, the value of the party,
and to the leader,
or
leaders.
And then, of course, a party must have leadership system.
Yes.
And because if you buy into a party, you are buying into all these factors that we have itemized out and much more. And when we talk about the Asiwaju in this case, right now, Asiwaju is the leader. Yes. The party is the structure that runs the system. If the system and the structure are together and you have produced a candidate, then the candidate must not be greater than you.
Exactly.
Than the party.
The party.
Yeah. So in this case, that Ambode is not picking call, Ambode is not doing this, Ambode is not doing that. For me, I still put it back to the party. Because if the party, if there is coherence in the party, if there is, if the formation of the party is so strong, you understand? There's no way your product will dictate how you go, because which means that the system of that party has, need to be corrected somewhere, somehow.
Okay. All right. Going back to yesterday's primaries, let's look at some of the allegations, that trailed that particular elections. A lot of Ambode supporters alleged they were disenfranchised from the whole process.
After every exercise we hear.
Yeah, I know that. There were, and of course, there were also allegations of manipulation of the whole electoral process and all of that. Since we have a commander, is it safe for us to also say that a lot of things would be bent backwards or inwards, whatever the case, to make sure that...
I would not want to agree on that, the use of that word.
You didn't even let me finish, Justin.
No. Because
you didn't let me finish.
I use the word literally as a commander. What do you mean by commander? You know they use that in the military.
No, Asiwaju Bola Tinubu is not a commander of the APC in Lagos. He's the leader. No. Aside being the leader of the APC in Lagos, he's also a national leader of the party.
Sure, correct.
So he's not a commander in any sense of the word. What he is that he's a leader. And like what he said in that clip, he said, as a leader, he must listen to the voice of the people. Because if he doesn't listen to the people, if he turns back and he doesn't see anybody there, what makes him a leader? He will not have anybody to lead. So what we are saying here is, by saying maybe a leader or the commander, you know, they have manipulated the outcome of yesterday, they have said he listened to his people. And as a leader, whatever they said, they made a statement yesterday. And that Ambode, we are done with you. Go. So, Asiwaju Tinubu had no hand whatsoever in what happened yesterday. Rather, he folded his hand and said, okay, let the people decide. And they decided. They decided, and that was the outcome. In fact, people, I still maintain, people outside the party system are fed up with Ambode.
Sorry, I'm not an APC person. So, but let me put it from the reports that we've gathered so far. We realize that the party, see, there's something we call information. If you are within the party, information must flow top, down, sideways, everything. But from the report we gather from social media and on the street, we realize that information was not total. Some people heard the information of, oh, you must vote with your permanent card. Yeah. Some had information that, oh, you must vote with your slip.
With your slip, yeah.
You understand? So, and people who had slips think they were disenfranchised.
Don't even listen to what people say on social media.
See, excuse me, don't let us go back and forth on this issue. Yes. The issue is, like you said, in philosophy, they will tell you what is different from what ought to be.
That's it.
What is the reality. What ought to be is utopia, because you can never find it anywhere in the world. In Lagos, if they do this election 10 times over and over,
Ambode will lose.
By manipulation or no manipulation,
Ambode will still lose.
But I love Ambode so much from what he has done so far. But I'm telling you, based on based on party system, that the kind of party system we have in Lagos State, it cannot win because he borrowed a structure to get to the government.
He did not borrow a structure. He was giving on a platter.
No, what I mean is the owners of that structure. See, look at Akwa Ibom State. Look at Akwa Ibom. No, hold on. Look at Akwa Ibom State.
He was giving. He's a party member. Hold on. The party accepted him.
Hold on. The owners. Let me tell you, just like the landowners in Lagos, there are people. They will give you a ladder to climb. When you climb that ladder, when you get to that point, the last minute, they will tell you this ladder we cannot give you again. And they know that you cannot go and call a carpenter at that time. They will tell you now, for you to get this ladder, you have to give us so. Now, when you reject and you have just 1 minute to that, won't you accept? In some states, actually, like Asiwaju Tinubu is doing, it doesn't. Tinubu will bring up a technocrat, not a politician most of the time, to get to the edge of that. Because he knows that most of the politicians, they are not straightforward. When they get there, they will manipulate it. Look at what they are doing in Akwa Ibom State. Look at the Akwa Ibom State now. Akpabio and the present governor of it, they no longer say
I bet
look at Wike now. Look at Wike and Amechi now. But in Lagos State, Fashola was there. Fashola was the technocrat. Fashola does not have any political structure in Lagos.
I bet.
Assuming in some states, the governor, like a
challenge.
I bet to Tinubu.
What happened after man is irrelevant.
The word of politician and technocrat. Before you can become a party member,
yes,
you are a professional in one field or the other.
Yes,
you are an occupational of one
professional politician,
or the other. Okay. But so the word technocrat, I think it's a choice of word that people use.
It's abuse. It's abuse. Who is a technocrat in the first place?
Okay.
Who is a technocrat?
Hold on.
Ambode is a politician.
All right. Let's speak one at a time so we can hear.
Okay, let me say something.
I'm enjoying the discussion.
Ambode was Auditor General of Lagos State. He came from. He was a civil servant.
And he's aware of politics.
Hold on. He was there. See, it was not in the mainstream politics. It was a civil servant. It was meant to be seen and not heard. Do you understand?
At that time.
But the day he stepped forward to accept.
Let me tell you, a politician is somebody who can stand here now and say, these are my people. In Lagos, the structure is there. It's a general structure.
The structure is the
But
party.
that
Femi Pedo tried
If you don't
Tinubu.
believe
Hold
in
on,
the
hold
party,
on, hold on.
you leave the
Hold
party.
on. Femi
Yes.
Pedo tried Tinubu.
If you
Then
join my
Femi Pedo was
party,
coming from the back.
our ideology does not align with your ideology.
Then you cannot work together.
Hold on. What I mean by structure, a structure is a political system that you know that these people in this world, if I talk to them tomorrow, they will accept me.
Listen,
look at what is
Lee.
happening in Lagos. Where's Ambode's?
Lee, patience, listen, let me sum it up.
Quickly.
There is no politician who can claim that I will win an election because of my sole popularity.
No.
Yes.
There is no way you can win an election because you are popular.
Yes.
Because you are Michael Jackson. If not nice, who is a pop star, would have won the when he run for the other time
House of Reps?
Yes,
House of Reps doesn't have a structure.
So because the structure makes the politician.
Yes.
And that is why I laugh when people say, oh, APC is going to lose Lagos because they did not give Ambode the ticket. And I say, no. This new man that has got the ticket is going to work. The structure is going to promote him. It's going to fly based on the structure, not because nobody who knows.
Okay.
We are not saying the same thing. We are saying the same thing.
Okay, meanwhile, the winner of yesterday's primaries, now the governorship aspirant for the APC, Babajide Sanwo-olu, has already, come out to give a speech to Lagosians on his victory at yesterday's primaries. Let's listen to that speech quickly. We'll be back.
I want to use this opportunity to say that I'm indeed grateful and appreciate all your efforts. I think it's important that I also thank the Executive Governor of Lagos State, Mr. Ambode, for a good fight. And I want to thank him for giving us also the opportunity to let these direct primaries come to stay, and we're able to have it. I want to thank him. I want to wish him the very best in the remainder of his tenure as the Executive Governor of Lagos State. Lagosians, I think with what you have done for me, I cannot take you for granted. I cannot take this mandate and this confidence, I cannot take it for granted. I will cherish it for the rest of my life. But more importantly, like I've always said, I will remain committed. I will keep an inclusive government. I will be responsible. Integrity would not run far from me. And I will not do things that in any form you begin to doubt my capacity or my capability. I will make the government your government, and in which you will have access to anything that is required of you to know that governance has actually come to you, as has been reflected in direct primaries that we've had to do. And I think it's important that coming out of this is to say that the entire Lagosians who will be casting their vote in next year's general election needs to see the landscape that I'm willing, I'm ready, and I'm available. I know that the journey has just started. I know that now is the time for us to roll up our sleeves. I know that it's now that we need to engage everybody, all stakeholders, all creed, everybody, card-carrying members of APC and non-APC members, who are citizens, who are people living in Lagos State, to join us, to join me in that journey, to join me in realizing the Lagos of our dream, to taking Lagos to a higher level, to taking Lagos to a brighter future for all of us, for our children, and to making the place worthwhile for all of us, where we work and live under a safe and sound environment. I want to say that come next year's general election, let us time together, let us team up together, let us work together, let us journey together, and let us believe that the Lagos will be a Lagos that all of us will be proud of. Thank you so very much. God bless the APC. God bless Lagos State. God bless the Federal Republic of Nigeria.
welcome back. So that's Sanwo-olu addressing Lagosians.
That's the future governor of Lagos, anyway.
Well, we'll have to wait till 2019
No, I'm
to
just
decide
telling
that.
you. I'm putting you on notice now. That's the future governor of Lagos.
Oh, really?
Yes.
Okay, if you say so, but we'll still wait till the general election.
Still come back for a second time.
Where is it?
It might not be now. It might not be now. It might not be now. But I have the hope. I have it hope.
It is legal
We will
right.
settle with the party, and later on it will come back as
Okay.
well.
Amen to that.
Time shall tell.
Amen to that. Okay, let's move on, gentlemen. All right, our next topic is tagged bad roads everywhere. Lagos residents, motorists, as well as commuters have continued to lament and groan under the deplorable conditions of our roads across the metropolis without an end in sight to the nightmare. There's hardly any stretch of road across the commercial nerve center of the nation that is totally free of potholes, including some recently repaired roads. A journey of few minutes in Lagos now takes hours as a result of these bad roads. I mean, I live in Lagos, and I know all of us live in Lagos, and we know that this is something we all battle with every single day. Coming to work, going back home is now a struggle because of bad roads. Yet we see construction going on everywhere. You know,
nothing happening.
You're wondering what exactly is going on.
Well.
Yeah, because since he says Ambode try.
No, I said Ambode try. See,
Ambode
in
try.
Lagos,
So tell us what is going on.
See, in Lagos, the governor of Lagos, they have no choice than to be good. Check out all the records of all the past governors in Lagos, because the media, the whole world, everything about Nigeria is in Lagos.
Yeah.
So everybody, they have no excuse at all not to try. Ambode, I'm not giving him 100%. But to a large extent, some things, we've seen what he has done in some places.
Like
they
what?
can't do everything.
Like what?
Like, look at Beggar. Look at Beggar, for instance.
Have you been to Beggar recently?
Beggar.
Have you been
to do Beggar?
Yes, have you been?
What are you saying?
What are you saying? Is it the Beggar?
No, I'm just giving an example. You said no. I'm just giving an example. We've seen certain things that he has done. See, don't let us say because he want to give a dog a bad name.
Nobody is giving any dog any bad name. Nobody is giving any dog any bad name.
To some extent, he has done his best.
Okay.
So
best
he wanted to go for a second term, probably to complete what he has started. To consolidate what he has started.
Yeah.
But now that the party is saying that, okay, Ambode, go and relax, go and rest small. Let's bring in Sanwo-olu.
Just rest.
Maybe some years later, just like what happened, the miracle that happened to Uncle Ayofayose in Ekiti State. Ambode might still come back to Lagos and complete some of the things he has done.
Okay.
Concerning the bad roads,
and the things will be waiting for him.
Concerning the bad roads in Lagos, me too, I'm also shocked that just all the construction going on everywhere. There are some places
let's call the spade a spade. See, if you have done well, there is a scorecard for everybody. And what is the scorecard? They will the scorecard is like a KPI, key performance index. Okay. And what are the key performance index? Power, road, security, and education, health, what have you. A long list in that regard.
Okay.
Lagosians are under a siege. If you have a meeting in 2 hours and you are in Ikeja, you can't guarantee that you get to Lekki or what have you in that 2 hours. And the journey between Lagos State and Ibadan, some couple of years ago, is about 45 minutes. What are we talking about?
Yes.
Why will you be doing the journey you need to do in the whole of Southwest just to commute between a local government, which is Ikeja, and Victoria Island? It is not acceptable. Governance has to be total. You cannot be doing capital project and you know that the fund available to you is limited. You need to be doing sustainability, maintenance. What is maintenance? Simple maintenance says that, oh, this road has been constructed a long time ago. We estimate that this road will fail over a time because the capacity and the traffic on this road is so high. We know that there's no fund to fix that road now.
That is the case where you plan ahead in the first place from the beginning. We don't do those kind of projections.
You cannot function alone. You must function with people. And who are the people? Then that's where the technocrats comes in. Because when they do a viability test on a road, they can tell this road is going to fail in 20 years.
Exactly.
And you know that the fund to fix in 20 years is not there. Begin to do things that will make it last longer than 20 years.
Okay.
What we're talking about in Lagos is check all our major roads. Is it the roads in the mainland? Is it the road on
Please,
the island?
don't
But the number one that I fought so much are the internal roads. The internal roads are not connecting anything. They are what you call.
There's no internal road anymore in Lagos.
They are not connecting anything anymore.
No.
So what are we talking about?
So are you saying the man has not done anything at all?
Listen.
I'm not giving him 100%. But I'm saying that. See, as a human being, let me tell you something. As a human being, I try to look at things from different angles. I won't say because everybody has condemned this man now.
Nobody is condemning him. You are missing the point here. You are missing the point.
No, hold on. I will not say because this man now is going out, and I will not say certain things about him that he has done right.
He has good qualities.
All
right, let's hear me.
That's what
has he done right?
No, that's what I gave the example. I said, look at Beggar, for instance.
Okay.
That I see like almost every time. I love the way they did the bridges.
Okay.
Was able to bring look at the Ekpe. Look at Ekpe, for instance.
Okay, Ekpe is his hometown. Right?
He has tried, and some places too. Look at the bridge. I don't know if it's the one that started it, the one in Abule.
You want us to be counting?
No, I'm not saying that to some extent. The ones I've seen.
Let me ask you.
But I'm not giving you 100%.
Okay, both of them have spoken. Okay. Now let me speak.
Go ahead.
I ask you a question.
I'm not spoken. No, I will still speak.
Okay. I ask you a question.
You want to face me?
What does it take to patch a road? Me.
It takes you to have a structure that is called maintenance. Like we have.
And I understand it's scrapped the direct labor agency.
The public work.
Okay.
And the job of the public work is that from the budget of the state, they have an allocation whereby they quantify what it will take, because the work of that department is to estimate that government will say we have X for capital projects, and their question is to ask how about all these other projects, and the mandate and the policy will be, our policy direction is, if we cannot do this now, why don't we just how do we sustain these roads in such a way that we bring good life to our people? Because the number one factor or responsibility of government is to bring good life to the people, alleviate their challenges from power to road to every other thing.
You have answered the question. What I am saying here is that what would it have taken for Ambode to patch all these roads?
It takes simply a structure that will do that, and they will do that consistently. Not that they will wait for the order of the governor to go and patch a particular road.
Okay.
They need to do that as a systemic factor. A smart city. See,
when you say Lagos is dirty, for instance, I will agree with you that
Lagos is dirty. Lagos is filled with bad roads.
The issue of Visionscape and
okay, no, he tried very well.
No, I'm not saying no, he failed in that angle.
He tried.
No, he failed. See, I will tell you the reality. He failed. But I'm telling you from my own, I'm giving you my own personal opinion.
Course,
I'm not saying you must agree with me,
yes,
because you don't belong to the APC. For instance,
no, you are not even a member of the APC. I'm a member of the APC. I'm telling you that, okay, what have you done?
Hold on. How do you know I'm not a member of APC?
You are not. You are neither here nor there. You are just.
All right, gentlemen. Can we not make this about Ambode? Or I'm even shocked that we're putting this at the doorstep of Ambode. I understand because he is a governor. Why are we not talking Fashola in this regard too? Because does it not concern him too? The issue of yes, it does. Yeah. But let's look at
patience.
The attendant issues
Patience.
that the common people out there facing regarding roads.
Almost all the roads Fashola either constructed or fixed failed even before Ambode took over. So nobody is trying to exonerate Fashola here. The only, for instance, I live in Surulere. Okay, the only roads still standing are from Adeno Ogusoya, Bode Thomas, Bode Thomas, and that's the asset. Of course, that's where Fashola, his father's house, his house, or thereabout. So maybe the way they did it to specification. Okay, apart from that, if you are coming from Shita, from Stadium now, hitting Masha, get to the bus stop before the local government secretariat, the thing called Gogoro or something. Yeah, that place is going down. Now, if you get from immediately, you come down from the bridge and hitting Kilo, the nightmare has started. From there, the nightmare continues till you get to Itire. From Kilo up to Oduduwa, linking Karomi, before you hit Itire proper, there is a big hole now. It's like a swimming. In fact, it's not a swimming pool. It's a river, a mini river. The night I drove, I got there. I had to wait for a commercial vehicle
to go first, so that
because they know the road.
It's not about exactly the same situation everywhere.
It's everywhere.
Where I live, the story is
the truth of the whole matter.
It's terrible.
The truth of the whole matter is, what does it take to govern a state?
Is it rocket science to fix roads?
It takes assembling men and professionals of good qualities and put them in strike positions to
he said Ambode is a technocrat.
Man everything. Ambode is before you can be a governor of a state, yes, you must have your core profession, but you must be a leader. And a leader has to be a true leader. A leader must carry everybody along. A leader must have empathy. A leader must see to the succor of the people. You can only be a successful leader if everybody around you seems to look at you and say, yes, sir, from everything you have done, with the limited resources you have tried. I know that the budget cannot carry
because there's an impact.
But you have brought
you have made life too good.
Yes. But how come all the party leaders before now, including the leader of the party and everybody, have commended this
the commander, you said.
No, the commander. How come everybody commended?
Hold on, I understand what's happening with you. You are still in denial.
Yes, living in
denial. I understand.
I feel for everybody. Look at all the parties.
But we're talking about a problem.
This is not about a matter of feeling.
The
next question we should be addressing, patient, is what is the solution to this now?
The solution is the new man coming in. I think we have to make him sit up. We have to make him realize the fact that when you get there, because this is no longer a question of if Sanwo-olu is going to win. It's when he's going to win.
It's if, sir.
No, it's not
if.
It is not if. It's a big if.
It's not if.
Wait for all the
comment. Now we need to make Sanwo-olu realize that blowing siren everywhere, that's not being a governor.
But Ambode is still governor of Lagos.
Yeah, because what can he do between now and June 12th?
A lot. He can still do a lot.
A lot.
When you function properly as a government,
when we voted against him yesterday,
when you function as a party, let me tell you, a party product, which is governance, is meant to carry on the agenda of the party, how to make life easy, protection of life and property, make life meaningful for people. Lagos is the commercial hub of West Africa. We need to make Lagos work again. And my agenda to who is going to be the next governor of Lagos State. That's
Liberation. What's the name of that your party?
Liberation Movement.
Okay, that's Sanwo-olu.
Okay. Is that you must function and put the people first. When you put the people first, everything will work. But what we have found out is the challenges of what's even your ambition? You have come with some fantastic ideas that some will say anti-people, like the case of Loma. They will say, this is anti-people because Vision Scape is meant to come and employ more people, not sack Loma. Do you understand? So you must come with a vision that will be inclusive, that will carry everybody along.
Maybe we will contract you to write a blueprint.
Okay.
We have the blueprint already.
Anyways,
I hope
no blueprint.
The Lagos
we must join. We must join forces to salvage the situation.
All these men on my table this afternoon. I hope the governor or the government of Lagos State is watching and listening at this point. Really, this issue of bad roads is becoming something else.
I think
in
it's
Lagos
a bad
State.
case already.
It's a nightmare. Going from point A to point B in any part of Lagos. I don't even want to mention the Amuwo Odofe axis.
Go to Badagry. Everybody in Badagry is angry perpetually.
Everywhere is messed up.
Almost cut off the interior.
Everywhere is messed up. It takes me sometimes like 3 hours to get to work. And this is a journey ordinarily, like if I drive from my gate to the gate of my office on a public holiday when the roads were good, it's like 14 minutes. So now you have to be in traffic for like 3 hours. It's crazy. Going back home, you face the same thing. I mean, no nation can move forward like that.
Living standard?
All the productive hours are spent in traffic, you know, and by the time you get to work, you're tired.
The last time I was here, you
crazy.
recall I had to call you.
Something.
I had to call you,
Yeah.
and I told you if I made it, it would be
a miracle.
The 11th miracle
Yeah.
of the world.
They need to do something. Too many bad roads.
So, for instance, if I was somebody who just say it's that Ikorodu road only that I'm very familiar with, I would have made it the last time. So I had to go enter into Jibo. You need to see the James Bond just to cut out because it was crazy. It's crazy. Every day you leave your home.
Every day.
Before you leave.
Ambode is going to
Ambode is still the governor.
Because
when the heat started, I think he declared on Operation Fix All Potholes. What happened to the Operation Fix All? What happened to the Operation Fix All Potholes in Lagos?
Okay. Our time is almost up. I don't know about your area, but I live in Alimosho local government, and this is like a public announcement to those in authority.
It's a nightmare. No way in Lagos is
Ikorodu are involved.
Mashalashi roundabout. That's if you're going from Iyanokpaja going to Ikpaja Ayobo. That place has become something else. Both sides of the road cannot move because of the numerous potholes around that.
It's like they are craters. They are no longer potholes. They are craters.
Let's do something.
Somewhere a bomb dropped.
The word
That's a crater.
Now that is not.
It's a crater.
There are no more potholes in Lagos. We have now boreholes.
Yes.
In large quantities.
Yes.
Craters.
How many do you want to buy?
Right in the middle of the roads. All right, gentlemen. Thank you.
So you see every driver in Lagos hissing.
Yeah.
Because when your car hits on that, you see, you go, everybody is hissing continuously.
In a long time.
All right, thank you, gentlemen. It's been a very interesting afternoon. Thank you so much for coming on the show, and thank you for tolerating me. I know I'm not in my best whatever today.
My friend Nee.
Thank you, Nee. Thank you.
Nee will pass the message on.
Nee is trying to recover from yesterday.
It was expected. It was expected.
Thank you, Nee, for coming. Thank you, Justin, for coming, and thank you, Comrade Adebi. Thank you for coming on the show today. Apologies to our viewers. We couldn't take any messages today. We're having a bit of a network issue in here. So sorry about that. We didn't do anything like that. So tomorrow we'll be back at noon with another edition of the program, The Buzz. And you know, Thursdays are always exciting here because we talk lifestyle and relationships according to social media. So join us tomorrow at 12. Meanwhile, enjoy the rest of the day and enjoy the bad.